All right, so basically, right here is I get buckets from Home Depot or Lowe's with lids, and I fill them up with salt. I put the salt in there. I put the ice scooper in there, and basically the whole purpose of these buckets are therefore I put it by all the exit doors. They are for my commercial sites only that are on a seasonal contract, and it's just to make life easier for everyone. What is going on, everybody? Hey, it's Virgil at Lawnscapes. So I've been really busy lately, so I've been slacking on the videos, and I decided to do this one as a voiceover. I've been meaning to do this video. I saw a video that came across my feed. I believe it said that it was 12 days ago. And I'm not going to say the guy's name because every time I do, and even though I say the name in the video, I say just to make it as a point of reference, but when I do, right away, oh, why you gotta hate on me? Bah, 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 bah. Not hating, not hating at all. Um, just pointing out what I feel is being put out as, I don't want to say disinformation, but it's just completely wrong. And maybe it's my point of view from doing this a bit. So let me start off by saying, listen, if you're going to run your business cash or pay your people cash, then listen, all the power to you. The less, if you know me, you know that I believe in the less taxes you can pay, all the power to you. God bless you. However, I'm watching this video and he's going on and saying that someone else apparently made a comment on his video or somebody else's video about putting an employee on the books, and that he didn't know that the guy he was hiring, I guess if he had a valid license or not, going back and forth on a car, whether he had a car or not. And then he also made a comment that, well, two comments that stuck out to me, that like he didn't really know what the situation was, that, I guess the interview process shouldn't be as long, and that putting someone on the books from the beginning was an idiot thing to do, or idiotic thing to do. It doesn't matter if you have one employee or many employees. He made a comment about, it only works if it only makes sense if you have an office staff and many employees. To me, that's a load of bullshit because, first of all, your hiring, right, should be kind of a semi-lengthy interview, right? For one, you're going to want to know that they do have a valid driver's license, especially if they're going to be driving one of your vehicles, because in the future, because how are you adding them to your commercial policy? I mean, the license has to be ran, right? So, and there's nothing wrong with you're a one-man show or you have many people or you have many guys or women, to putting them on payroll, because you could, like a lot of companies, you're on probation period anyway, your first 30, 60, or 90 days. So I listen to some of these videos, and some of these videos actually get sent to me, or clips get sent to me, and I decided to talk about this one because it just baffles me, because he's got kind of a good channel. I like his hustle, especially with the wood stuff. I know a couple of guys are in the chop wood game, and I'm listening to this video, and the whole thing about the whole hiring an employee and don't put him on payroll, and he didn't know whether he had a license or not. I don't know how much of that story is true, but it to me it's all bullshit, because again, run the license before you hire them. Right, pay a service, run the license, especially if you're going to have that person possibly running using one of your vehicles, because if you don't run it, the insurance company's going to run it for you anyway. Because I hope that you guys have real commercial insurance, and I hope that you realize that they're going to run the license. So you're better off running the license before you hire them. So think about it. That's what I mean by you having a semi-lengthy interview process, because you need to make sure his license is going to pass. You take your application, you take a copy of his license, you let him know you're going to run it, or ask them ahead of time, listen, I'm going to run your license before I hire you. Is there anything going to come up? Because I won't be able to put you on if you don't have a valid license, right? So again, I don't know how much of this video is actually accurate that he posted, but the contents of it, and to say that it's idiotic, and that, oh, if you're a small-time guy, you shouldn't be doing stuff like that. Why? It's so stupid. Is that how you run your business? And then I guess he's saying that later on if you add them on, and you're paying it cash. Listen, with that alone, you have to be careful, because if I don't know if you're paying yourself pulling money out of a drawer, or you have a small payroll company, you have to be careful that when you go that route, you got to be careful, because you could be what's called piercing the corporate veil. I'll have to make a separate video on that alone. Basically, what it means is if you're using your business account as a personal checking account, if God forbid you get sued, your business structure, whether it's an LLC or S or a C corp, guess what? That protection just went out the window. And again, you don't have to take my advice for it. I am not a financial advisor. However, please, 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 I implore anyone watching this video, contact your lawyer or contact any lawyer and ask them anything I just said. Yeah, if you use your business account as a freaking ATM, and you could be, if God forbid you get sued, you could be, there goes your piercing of the corporate veil. You are no longer protected. But then again, I think half the guys on YouTube probably don't have a structure, and I'm not a gambling person, but I'm willing to bet that a lot of these guys on YouTube are not even properly insured, because here's a rabbit hole. I wasn't sure I was going to go on in this video, but you can have landscaping insurance and pay your 50, 60, 70 bucks a month, whatever. But you got to remember something. Not only do you have to have landscaping insurance, but you also have to have a commercial policy for your vehicle, because you can't just, which I see a lot of guys, they say, oh, I just pay 50, 60 bucks for insurance. Here's the problem. If you get into an accident with your truck and you pull in that trailer, guess what? You might not be covered, because you probably told your insurance company that the vehicle is being used for personal use only, because you didn't want to pay, your cheap asses didn't want to pay for that insurance. So, and again, I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole. It's, I think, a topic for another night. Hope everyone has a great one.